Hi guys, this is codewithtec. Once again, I'm super excited to welcome you to our lesson 6. Okay, if you haven't yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, guys, please make it your duty to subscribe. Okay, you can follow us on Facebook, and also you can join our WhatsApp channel where we discuss more about Excel. Okay, this is our beginner series, and we are on lesson 6 today. So for lesson 6, guys, we are going to be discussing nothing else but this rows. We discuss row, we discuss column. Okay, we discuss columns. Okay, now, and also we're going to be discussing how they work. Okay, so let's just keep it as row and column. Okay, let's just keep it as it is, rows and column. That's what we're going to be discussing. But under discussing row and column, guys, we are going to be looking at resizing the rows and column. Okay, inserting and deleting columns. All right, how you can insert new column, how you can delete as well. Now, with that being said, I shouldn't waste your time. Let us get into our lesson quickly. All right, so quickly into our lesson, we're going to start up by saying rows and columns can be customized. Okay, they can be customized. You yourself can edit them as well. Okay, you can change them, you can increase their weight, you can decrease their weight as well. Okay, so we are going to take our very first recap onto the lesson. For today's lesson, I just want to remind you about something that we said in lesson 1. In lesson 1, we said the rows in Excel, they runs from the left to the right. Okay, they are our horizontal numerical lines. Okay, now you see when we say numerical, they are horizontal. Okay, moving from left to right. And numerical, our 1 2 3, they are guiding our road. All right, now, so when we talk about column, they are vertical alphabetical lines as well. Our alphabet, they are the one that guiding our columns, as you can see. So Excel or spreadsheet, basically it is all about rows and columns. All right, so if you cannot understand rows and column, trust me, you won't be able to work in Excel fluently. Okay, so don't worry, that's the reason I'm here for, so that we can do it together. Now the first thing I want us to get is this: we are going to insert few things, all right, and see how best we can make them editable. Okay, now firstly, let us try inserting new row and new column. Now, how can we insert new row and new column? The first way we're going to do it, I'm going to insert a new row. Assume that we want to insert a new row between this. We'll take this, we'll say John. All right, we come down here, we say Mary. All right, assume that we want to insert a name that should have come before Mary. Okay, probably you are typing and you made a mistake, but you don't want to erase Mary. All right, but there's a name that should have come before Mary. So what we're going to do here is that we're going to insert a new row and then tap out that name that we make mistake on. All right, so the best way that's going to be done, I'm going to come up here and then right click. All right, and then come to insert. Now if I say I want to insert here, now take for instance the very first row that I click on. All right, if I click on number 2, right click and then come to insert. Now what happened? The row that have been inserted, it come above the row that I selected. Okay, now I hope you take key note of that. But our question was to insert the row between the name John and that of Mary. So to insert the row between John and that of Mary, we need to come and highlight Mary. All right, That was our goal. Now, if we click on insert, now we have a space between John and that of Mary. So the spaces that we have above John here, they are not essential. Now, the reason I did that, because we have another exercise that we'll use on it. Okay, so here we'll say Paul. All right, we'll say Paul here. Now, the next thing we want to do is that how can you delete a row or column? Now, if I come here, I can select the row that I want to delete and then right click. Once I right click, I will see the option here, delete. Now, if I click on delete, that row will disappear. Now, we'll come up here again, right click, come to delete, that row will also disappear. Okay, now how can we add or insert and delete columns? Now we want to try. Okay, assume that we had a second thought that we want to put we want to number our students. All right, want to number our student, because at time Excel number guidelines that you see on this side here, all right, it might be different from what you actually want to do. All right, let's say for instance you started typing up here, you said name, all right, and then you started typing the names down here. All right, now understand that on the first place here you have already putting in names there. All right, now if you want to check out in a way that we want to insert a column that will help us to number our names that we have, so we come up here to the column, we can just select the column, right click and come to insert. Now if we click on insert, we are not seeing anything. Something happened just now, but we are not seeing anything. All right, now the reason we are not seeing anything, because we have A here, we have B here. Now any column that being inserted, what you will notice is that the column will have to pass the name or the alphabet to the new column that was inserted. Now let's try on this side so that you will understand it. Now I right click here, come to insert. Now what happened? You see here, the new column is bearing the letter A now. The new column is bearing the letter A. It is not bearing the letter A anymore on the old column. Now the old column has passed out of a value to the letter B. All right. So for here, we can now put student 1, student 2, student 3. All right. Or whosoever name. All right. Now, another thing we want to do adjustment of column. All right. Adjustment of column. Now, I just realized that they are space here for our numbers up here. For our numbers up here, they are way too let me just say, the space up here for our numbers, they are way not to my liking. All right, they are way not to my liking. We can adjust column by using the drag method. Okay, now we can adjust a column by using the drag method. Now what do we refer to as the drag method? Now if I want to adjust the column to make it much more smaller, I just need to come up here in between the letters. All right, I'm coming up here in between of the letters, and then firmly hold my left click, all right, on the computer, and then drag it and then move the mouse back. All right, move the mouse back. Now you see what happens there. All right, now as soon as I move the mouse back, the number or our column A have reduced in size. Now we can also adjust it. Assume that the number spelling here, we are no longer seeing it. All right, but if we're looking at our formula bar, it is spelled out correct, but we are not seeing everything. Okay, now how can we auto adjust that, or how can we find another means to adjust it that will fit properly? So I can come in between here, all right, and then use my left click or double tap my mouse pad. Okay, now if I double tap my mouse pad or double tap my left click, it will fit automatically. All right, it will find a way that it will suit my exact space that I'm having. Let's assume that if we didn't have number here. All right, let me abbreviate this and let's say NUM here. Okay, third. Now if I drag this back, now you see what happened. If I push it across again, you see what happened. Now if I come in between here and try to auto adjust it, once I double tap it, you see auto adjust. Now once it auto adjusts, doing the auto adjustment, it doesn't go back to a or default size. It just take the exact size that you have of that identical or cell. All right, it take the exact size that you have for that identical cell. Now at first when it was number, it took the entire number spelling. Now reduce it to just NUM, and it took just the NUM spelling. So to auto adjust, you need to come up here and then double click your left click. All right, you got to do it like in split second 1 2. You have to do it in split second 1 2. All right, you can use just a millisecond to do it 1 2 quickly, and then it's going to work fine. All right, now we have shown that we want to do another thing that will help us to understand how we can work around with rows and column. Okay, now what I just did here, you can do the same thing for row. All right, now I can come in between here and drag this down here. Now you see the space up here is more big. All right, and I can also come in between here and double tap my left click in a millisecond, and it will auto adjust. Now it auto adjust. Okay, so that's it for adjusting, deleting, and also inserting. All right, so if I come back here, I want to delete this identical or column. I just right click again on the column, right click again on the column, and comes to delete. All right, now I delete it. All right, now another thing I want to take note of is that whenever you come up here, all right, take note of your pointer or your cursor. At times it change to something that you don't need, all right, at that moment. Now if it change to something that you don't need, please try to push it around. All right, now if I bring my pointer here, you see it change. If I bring it here, it change. All right, now here it become vertical, here it become horizontal. Okay, so we got to know some of the things. We got to be observing the pointer too as well. So we have a quick mini project to do. We're just going to do it and wrap up this lesson. I have a very quick mini project to do. All right, I don't know what that project may be, but I'm going to figure out something for us to do real quick. Okay, so I get rid of those names out already. After getting rid of them, the next thing I want to do, we have done adjustment already, we have done inserting, we have done deleting. The next thing I want for us to do is this. We want to work on hiding of our rows and column. How can you hide it? Now Excel have a way that you can hide a row and a column without anybody viewing it, and only you know that you hide it. Okay, now we'll try making some rows, we hide it and unhide it. Okay, so I'm just going to bring our work back a bit now to where we was first. Now, so what I did just now, I just use Command Z on Mac. If you are using Mac or you are using Windows computer, you use Control Z. Okay, so I can come up here if I want to hide this column. I right click and then come down here, you will see hide. Okay, you will see hide. Okay, now if I click on hide, now it hide that column, but it doesn't mean I delete the column. All right, I didn't delete the column, I hide the column. Now we can unhide the column by coming back to the same place here, either dragging it out. All right, now if we drag it out, we can also unhide the column. All right, but if we don't want to drag it out, we can also come here and then right click and come here and unhide whatever column we have there. Okay, and unhide whatever column we have there. So that is for hiding and unhiding of column. You can do the same thing with a row. All right, I can take the first row here and hide it, and then we're lost. All right, I can also drag the row back. I can also drag the row back from in here. All right, I can drag the row back, the row come back. All right, now I can also, if I don't want to drag it, I can also unhide it the manual way. Okay, now there are shortcut keys to all of these things there, but I'm going to try my best to put almost all of the shortcut keys that I think I have knowledge to in a PDF and then send it to our WhatsApp group chat. So if you are not in the WhatsApp group chat, please, you gotta be there. You gotta try your best. Just try your best and get into the WhatsApp group chat. All right. The next thing we want to do will be our hands-on practice. So we can do our hands-on practice right here quickly. Okay. We'll just take a few tasks. Here we'll say name quickly. All right. Here we say age. Here we say salary. All right. Good. Now, assume that we want to insert a column in between salary and that of age. All right, we want to insert a column here called email. We want to insert email before salary. So come to think of it, right? If you can do it by yourself, you can pause the video and do it by yourself. That means you've already been following along. But if you cannot do it by yourself, now just pay attention. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to salary here, right click, and come to insert. Now I have the space between salary and that of age. I can put email here now. Good. Now we have email here. All right. Now we can try another thing again. For this our mini project, we can try another thing. For this our mini project. Now this is just something that we're trying to do and put our learning into practice. All right. We're just trying to put our learning into practice. Okay. So the next thing we want to do, we want to adjust this a bit. All right. We want to adjust the email. We want to adjust it like this. Okay. We want to adjust it like this. Now we have just adjusted it. We can also come here, auto adjust it. We can come here and auto adjust salary again. Good, auto adjust it. We can come here, auto adjust age. Now we auto adjust. We can come here, auto adjust name. Now you see, that's the importance of using auto adjust. So if we want to enter any information here, we say John Doe. Now what you notice here, you notice that the John Doe has override its cell. So if I come back here, I can still auto adjust this cell. All right, you see now it fit. If I come here and say age is 20, we say email is John at 23days at gmail.com. All right. Now, what you notice here is that his email have override and even cross salary. So I can come back to this place in between the email and salary and auto adjust it. Now you see, it have given me space. Okay. So for his salary, we can put 500 there. All right. So to work this out, we can come here and take accounting here. All right. For here, we take number. All right. Good. Okay, now you get our 2 decimal places. So we'll have to change it to at least 0 decimal place. Good. For here, we can take text. Good. So these are things that we have been working with, and I'm super excited that we have reached this far, and I'm really grateful to those of you who are following up, and I want to say thank you. That's it for lesson 6, and I'll see you guys in lesson 7. Okay, please subscribe, guys. We are building, and I don't want you to forget, right after lesson 12, which will be our last lesson, lesson 12, we have 10 good projects to build. All right, 10 good projects. Those 10 good projects that we'll be building, they will be testing your skills. You can even be using it in your shop. You can be using it in your school. You can be using it in whatsoever place you work. All right, you can be using those projects there as well. So the 10 good projects, they are coming your way right after our lesson 12. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. I'll see you guys in lesson 7, and have a very good time in learning. Thank you.